have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Black 15! Behind!
And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers have taken a first quarter lead.
Well, you've got to like that start on both sides of the football. You force the 3 and out, and then you score on your first drive.
Well, I know someone who doesn't like that start.
Well, yeah, the other side.
Yeah, they don't like that at all, right? This is not the way it's supposed to be. But what you just described, that's team football. All right, when you get a 3 and out, you're supposed to take advantage of it on the offensive side of the ball. You said, thank you very much for getting us to rock. Let's put it in the end zone, and they did exactly that.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Mike 58, right there. I'm coming. I'm coming.
From the 31, Stafford airing one deep, and that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Detroit. Jermaine Kearse, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Brings up 2nd and 8 at the 28-yard line.
56, right there, 56.
I smell fear in that offense.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Rivers. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down.
What I loved about meeting with these coaches before the game is we didn't even have to ask any questions. They told us that they were going to be aggressive and push the ball downfield. They weren't successful on that play, but look for them to try it again later.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Looking for Benjamin, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Jonathan Cyprien. And this one will be brought back to the 22.
Oh, timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
The 1st down carry here for Johnson. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
Came out in a power set, but that only served to put more men in the box. And guess what? If you're going to do that, you've got to win up front, right? Your offensive guys have got to beat the defenders. They lost all leverage on that play.
Now on 2nd and 13. Stafford. James has got it. Complete. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 9.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Stafford. And that's knocked away and incomplete. Adrian Phillips there to knock that one away.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
And the 12-year veteran knocks it right through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Prater now will send it away following the made field goal. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here comes the Chargers offense now back out onto the field. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10.
Mike 40, check, he's coming.
On the ball.
Hey, Haywood. Mike 40. Hey, that QB's... Hey, I'm gonna go load it.
Throwing again. Rivers. And this is caught. First catch for Keenan Allen.
Rivers pass.
I think defensively you're okay with that. You're in the first quarter. He's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They had the catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go. 36.
Rivers going to turn and give this one to his running back, Gordon. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. A loss of a yard, and it brings up fourth. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. And the defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Lions will take over. The Lions offense, they get ready to head back onto the field. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up. But they're a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. Often on fumbles, you look at the guy who coughed it up and say, geez, what did he do? But, hey, let's tip the cap to the defense here.
Not a problem at all, my man. I'm not even going to tip it. I'm going to doff my cap to him. Congratulations. Big-time play. Knocking it free and creating something good for your team.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before.
There goes Melvin Gordon. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. Badgley on for the extra point. And that makes it 14-10.
Makes the score Chargers 14, Lions 10.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
Tighten up, tighten up. Pull it together. 32. 49.
To throw is Stanford. Looking downfield for Jones. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. A big play there for Detroit. 42 yards. Well, it's one thing to grab it with one hand, but when you make a catch of that distance, quite another.
Yes, sir. I mean, that one right there, we keep talking about the high-flying antics that we're seeing from receivers nowadays. Doesn't matter what spot they start in. But when it actually does happen in the heat of battle, brings me right out of my seat.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Stafford going to give this one off to Johnson. Works his way inside the 30 on a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the Chargers' 29-yard line.
Let's go, Z, let's go. Hey, let's get there. Shit, alert! Shit!
From the 29, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
19-yard line.
180. Cover. Double tight, double tight. Alert, alert. 3 down, 3 down.
On 1st down, Johnson trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. He's already put it on the ground once in this 1st half. There, no gain, just struggling to get going.
Yeah, and what he needs right now, a dose of confidence, which means his guys have to chop a hole, a big one for him, give him a chance to run a little bit, and gain some of that confidence back. He didn't get it on that carry.
And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 12 yards there and a 1st down. They held him in check in the 1st half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the 1st half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he loses the football a 2nd time. And picked up by the Chargers. He's at the 50, 30, 20, 10, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Chargers. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point by Badgley, up and good. And that makes it a 21-10 game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 20.
Entering pause screen, resume. Entering cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game. Cancel.
A reminder coming up later tonight, Sunday Night Football, a good one from Atlanta. Eagles and Falcons, 8:20 Eastern. And then tomorrow on Monday Night Football, Odell Beckham back in New York, back in MetLife Stadium. Browns and Jets, 8:15 Eastern on Monday night. Now a nice play defensively on first down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football, because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
They're not ready for this. They still
To throw again, Stafford. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you're wanting to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
get that quarterback, D-line.
Out of the gun, Stafford. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Here's Stafford. Oh, a hit. He lost the football. Stafford puts it on the ground and picked up by the Chargers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
56, right there, 56.
No chance.
Now Gordon on first down. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Hunter Henry, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead. Here's Badgley now to try to add the PAT. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Next to score, Chargers 28, Lions 10. Michael Badgley to kick off for the Chargers.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily that you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. picked up by Nasir Adderley, the rookie from Delaware. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about.
The 38-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
Entering, pause screen, resume. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel. Entering, cancel pop-up waiting for your peer to resume online game, cancel.
First down, Los Angeles.
Set. 190. 56. Ricky. Save. SOS. Left.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action.
A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his second week of the regular season. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Check tight end, check tight. Check tight.
Keep it skinny. Go. Q.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. Allen has it, left side. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36.
Well, you don't have to be a genius to watch this game and figure out they've had plenty of success moving the football here in the first half. We've seen exhibits A, B, C, and right on down the line, haven't we?
Yeah, we just saw exhibit Z right there. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Now a handoff. This is Gordon. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
On 2nd down, it's Gordon. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
Well, when you go from 2nd and 4 to 3rd and 3, that just tells you who won that battle on the last play, huh?
Yeah, first round went to the offense, second round the defense. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. Final play of the half, Rivers. And this is complete. It's Allen. Now the Chargers will use the second of their timeouts. And that's going to leave them with just one timeout remaining still in the third quarter. We'll see if that comes back to haunt them. We'll be back. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the third quarter. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 21. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
Black 15!
I got it. I got 86. Single.
From the gun, Rivers. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Trey Flowers. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
Hey, Delta! Hey, Orbit!
56 to Mike, boys. 56. Check.
Hey, go orange.
Let's go.
Orange. White!
3rd and long for Rivers. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And he will score. Touchdown, Lions. 3rd down, passing down. They throw the extra defensive back in there for a nickel package, and it worked out.
And it's not anything that you would think is just great strategy. It's just that when you have 5 defensive backs on the field and an obvious passing down, it's a lot tougher to complete a pass. And on that play, they completed it just to the wrong team, and it cost them 6 points.
Prater for the extra point. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. Back to it after the pick six. Rivers. Caught on the left side by Benjamin. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6. A gain of 6 there on first.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Rush in. Zero. Rush in.
On second down, they'll run with Gordon. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4.
Brings up third down.
Buffalo one.
56, right there, 56.
Now watch run.
56.
Pretty move out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, so they're going to opt to go for this thing. We'll see. Maybe a surprise pass or run. What will they do? We're about to find out. 4th down. They'll run for it. It's Gordon. Oh, and I think he went backward. He did. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Lions will get the football back in terrific field position.
Blue 60.
58, right there. Let's go one more.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense. At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll run. Anderson trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line. 2nd and goal.
I got one. 50. Big 20. Undercrush. Topper. Mike 42. Middle.
Stafford. The quick slant caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air. Because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
Stop your whining.
They'll try to run it in. Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, his second touchdown on the season. And the Lions able to get this back within a touchdown. So now Stafford will bring up the Lions, and they'll go for 2.
22. 50, Bravo. 52.
A shotgun snap for Stafford. And he's got it. So the try for 2 successful. And with it, they're back within a field goal. After the touchdown, out is Prater to kick. That'll be taken in the end zone. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line.
At their own 35-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line.
Wait, 89.
From the gun, Rivers. Throw over the middle, secured by Gordon. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rivers now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10.
Mike's 56. Mike's 56. 56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56. Load it. 300.
Throwing, Rivers. And they're going to get him. He's taken down for a sack back at the 47-yard line. Trey Flowers picks up his second sack of the afternoon. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19.
Switch it. Come on. Run 80.
They'll give it to Gordon out of the shotgun. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Chargers on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. Rivers now from the 50. And Allen's got it. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30.
Let's go, son.
5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a 1st down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10.
Cluster.
Operating from the gun. Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. The ex-Iowa Hawkeye Mike Daniels in for the sack.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
On second down now, it's Gordon, and this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
56, Mike, 56, right there, 56. Watch the screen.
12.
Check safety.
Hey, I want to go behind.
Throwing on third and long. Rivers. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. If you're thinking of a comeback here, you go to 2016. That's when Stafford had an NFL record 8 fourth-quarter comebacks. But last year, despite playing all 16 games, pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Check. White. X3. 218. Chopper. Hey, 5-0!
To try again after the sack. Stafford, and he's going to go down again. Joey Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. From the gun, Stafford looking downfield for Jones. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Trying to erase that deficit all at once. One big shot. He took it. Unfortunately for him, incomplete.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away.
We play to win. Let's
The Chargers
go.
take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at the 31-yard line. They'll start the drive with a run by Gordon. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now on 2nd and 13, Rivers going deep here for Allen, and he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important 3rd down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get 1st downs and eat away at the clock.
56. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
Hey, easy.
Come get some.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The penalty helps a bit, but still 8 yards to go on third down for this offense.
56. Mike, 56. Right there, 56.
Operating from the gun, Rivers. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Trey Flowers able to record his 5th sack of the season. And they weren't in zone coverage. They were in man, and each man did his job.
And that looked like vintage, old-school coverage, didn't it? Man coverage reminded me of an old Raiders team. They had a Hall of Famer at one corner and a Defensive Player of the Year at the other, and they just locked people down.
A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10.
Bring it. Joker. Monday. Hey, 5-0. Hey, turn it up.
They'll fake it. Now Stafford. He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And down to the 29-yard line. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me. I'm going to keep firing.
First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So the Lions in possession of the football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Joey Bosa in there to drop him as that clock continues to run.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete. These are the spots, this stage of the game, where it pays to have speed on the perimeter, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and in the second quarter, he may very well run by him, but in this situation, I know as a defender, I'm loosening up a couple of extra steps that allowed him to run with him stride for stride.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Easy, alert. Big zone. Watch the middle.
Here we go on 4th. Stafford. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The old Cal Bear, Brandon Mebane, gets the sack. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10.
They'll start on the ground. This is Gordon on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Their 48-yard line.
This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. Throwing here, Rivers. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Allen. The Lions now going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down.
180, black 11.
Now Rivers finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Call it a gain of 11 yards, and that should just about do it.
Los Angeles.
Right, set 180.
Right there, 56.
Victory formation time for the Chargers. They take a knee. The Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game.
Clock 15.
It's a party now. It's a party now.
A kneel down here from Rivers, and that should be it. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So this crowd will not go home happy. It's a victory for our visitors, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that fourth quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the fourth quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for our visitors, they did what they needed to do. They split their first 2 road games of the year. And they'll get another road date next week. Meanwhile, for Detroit, they will fall to 1-1. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Philly to face off with the Eagles. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
Post-game report player stats. Finish player stats. Entering statistics screen player stats team death. Player completion percent, interceptions 1. Lion Charger selected. Longest pass 36. Rushing selected. 20-yard longest run of the day 37. Player team black. Yards 62. Average touchdowns 1. Receiving selected. TD reception 0. TD receptions 1. Blocking selected. Saxala 1. Scoring summary, total black, T. Benjamin, 7-yard run and badly kick, dead, black, dead, you dig, dead, black, dead, Jaker 69-yard pass from M. Stafford and Prater kick, for 31. Post-game finish game, player stats. Finish game. Entering XP feedback screen, you have 2 options. You have 27 options. Game day goals is selected. Entering player upgrades screen, you have 5 options. Joey Bosu is selected. Power Rusher. Ratings.
Don't need no scale. I've been
Overview.
I don't need no help. Always getting money, rains, no sleet, hell. Keep it on me, cause my name ring back.
To this ground.
See me and can't help themselves.
Derwin James.
See me and themselves.
Hybrid. Zone.
Anybody else. I never used to think I'd be a magazine cover. They keep on trying to find new ways to push my buttons. I came out of the jungle where it rained and it
Ratings.
but I bring the heat like the summer. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many
Pass cover. Speed Rusher.
nighttime. I live every day like I'll die by the night.
Pass coverage.
Took me so long getting
Front stopper.
right mind. 5 days straight, no rest, oh well. Don't need no scale. I've been on my, I don't need no
Ratings.
always getting money, rains, no sleet. Every day I work my thumb. I don't get to take off. A hater get up. I'm ready like lift off. I never been nowhere, but I'm ready to stay gone.
Front stopper.
Never last long. I'm always beating the odds. Taking all these trips, I had to go and get a passport. I'm just trying to live. I don't know what the mad for. I just had to do it. Got a really big bag for it. Still at your mama crib and getting money. You gotta ask for it. I'm tired of complaining. I gotta change my situation. Looking at the view outside, I thought I would never make it. Every day, take, but that don't stop the money making. If you want it, go and take it. Ain't no point in hesitating. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go, I wonder when it's my time. I live every day like I'll die.
View in depth chart.
It took me so long getting back.
Entering depth chart screen. 8 rows 27 columns left fill. Entering player upgrades screen. Kaiser White is selected.
I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right.
Speed Rush. Front stopper. Power Rusher. Entering franchise hub screen. Things to do. Entering warning pop-up. Are you sure you want to quit franchise mode? No.
Big numbers, 100-minute.
Team adjust lineup. Member. Team adjust lineup. My code. Team, you have 6 options. Schemes.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather.
Defensive scheme option is set. Temperatures 3 to 4. Base 3 to 4 selected. 4, 3. Base 4, 3. 46. 4, 3 to 4 storm selected.
If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special.
Disguise 3 to 4 selected.
Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, dummy pesos. Hit your sus, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board.
Entering franchise. Might. Things to do, you have 4 options. Training complete is selected. UDocs. Training. Team my team. Things to do, you have 4 options. Training complete is selected. Team my team.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot.
Adjust lineup.
Man can't ball like this, man, Lord. Pass the big scam, but he stretch.
Lineup defense to do, you have 3 options. P Rivers 94 overall is T Taylor. P Rivers 94 overall.
Round it up, count it up. Hey, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Hey, she want it like me, cause
FWR2 you have 3 options, and Williams 82 overall is selected. You have 2 options, Fearless is selected. Generate best lineup. Defense. Defense you have 3 options, J Bosu. You have 2 options, Unstoppable Force. Generate best lineup. CB2 you have SS you have 3 options, T James 89 overall is selected.
That's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number.
Hey Phil, T Will, T King I 88 overall.
Whole team count, that's a big number.
You, Ray, CB1 you have 3 options, C Hayward JR 89 overall is selected. FS you have 3 options, and Early 72 overall is selected. For Hold you have 3 options, UNWOSU 78 overall is selected. MLB2 you have 2 options, T Tranquil 70 overall is selected. MLB1 you have 2 options, T Perryman 74 overall is selected. Hold you have 3 options, J Brown 76 overall is selected. SCB2 you have 2 options, Generate best lineup. Entering, confirm action pop-up. Do you want to reorder the defense? You have 3 options, J Bosu 89 overall is selected.
I'm highly favored, don't wanna play me.
Ira, J Bosu, Lowell, J UNWOF, SS you have 3 options, T James 89 overall is selected. Hey Philip, T Williams 80 overall. Hey Phillips, T James 89 overall. Lowell, MLB2, Hold you have 3, Hold, MLB1, SS you have 3 options, TJ, Deacon I80, SS you have 3 options, Hold you have 3 options, UNWOSU 78 overall is selected. Hold you, MLB2 you have 2 options, T Tranquil, MLB1 you have 2 MLB2 you have 2 options, T Tranquil 70 overall is selected. MLB2 you have 2 options, T Tranquil 70 overall is selected. MLB2 you have Hold you have 3 options, MLB Will T Perryman 74 overall. CB2 you have Generate best lineup. You have 2 options, Unstoppable Force is selected. Reinforcement. Unstoppable Force, Reinforcement. Change scheme. Defensive scheme option is set. 3-4 Storm selected. Disguise 3-4 selected. 4-3. Disguise 4. Disguise 3-4 Storm 4-3. Cover 3. 46 Defense selected. Base 4-3 select 4-3 under. Base 3-4 selected. 3-4 under selected. Tampa 2 selected. 4-3. Disguise 3-4 selected. 4-3. Water selected. Disguise 3-4 selected. 4-3. Water selected.
show them skills. Yeah, so suspenseful. I'm up in the field.
Defensive scheme option is set to 4 3/4.
Rewrite your history on this line right here. Your best bet be
Tempo 2 selected. 4. Disguise 3 to 4 selected.
Snooze, I won't, I can't lose, really rest or a bed. Do what you can to do, make your next move your best. I do this for the family.
3 to 4, disguise, 3 to 4, 3, disguise, 4, 3, tempo 3 to 4 under selected.
Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. Hip or stuff the edge like I don't know no feel. See the pain deep in my eyes, they know it's real. Yeah, been this way before the deal. Say this one for your photo real. Blessing after testing, I'ma show them skills. You ain't gotta tell me, I know I'm ill. Stories treacherous, I effortlessly show them skills. Yeah. I do this for the family, I'ma just blow my wheel.
Line up offense QB, you have 3 options. Defense La, you have 3 options. Lold MLB1, you have 2 options. Deployments MLB1, you have 2. Lold, you have 3 options. UNW ML Rolled, you have K White 6 T Davis SR79 overall. MLB CB2 you have Lold, you MLB2, you have 2 options. Entering franchise hub screen, adjust lineup. Entering warning pop-up, are you sure you my team? Free agents. My team, you have 6 options. Coach goals is schemes and formation subs. Entering a defense.
I get the money, but I never switch. They saying you switch, you won't get it. You know they came from the bottom and now we is lit. You was lit, I gotta get it, I gotta get it. You hating cause I took no risk. Why bet you wanna be famous, They act like they made us, You know I'm icy in Vegas, This for the that hate us, I make a lot of new money, When the not save us, You be liking my flavor, I think it's cause I on the rest, watch out, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch, I never switch. Ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist, ice in the wrist.
Die, Big Nickel.
Ever since I blew, they all on my hey, back then, didn't know I exist. Don't touch my cup, you know how I sip. Hey, got your long style made her when I showed out my whip.
Justin, Damian Square. Isaac Rochelle.
Back then, you had to zip.
Damian Square.
Got a whole party all on the ship. All these 4 things pull out the VIP. Suck to a nut, baby, pour out the milk.
Isaac Rochelle. Tranquil. Akin NWOSU. Denzel, Kaiser, Nick Jubner, Rayshawn, Roderick Teamer Jr., Kyle Wilson, Emeka Gule, Rayshawn Jenkins.
Watch out flip, watch out whip, I'm in the whip, I'm in the wrist, I never switch.
To this Brown.
It's lonely on top of the throne. I ain't a king of the pawn. Hop on a jet across the globe. I guess the world is my home and there's so many milkers birding my dome like turbulent air. I'm switching these flows. If you look at my neck, boy, I'm letting it snow. I'm sturdy as hell, it's a vessel alone. They showing me love in my city. Gangs ain't hippies. Women like Nick, you know what I'm about. I'm not The stereotypes, they do not fit me, I'm bigger than life. Gave everyone dogs, I'm not a guard, go hop with a squad. I'm playing my part like them LeBron. Rings to the team, I feel Jackson and hard. The homie calling from a cell, a couple of homies be making it. I just want all of them dudes to do well, not worry about taking a couple of L's. Don't sin for me, just win.
Time.
Don't kill for me, just live for me. Keep it real for me, we eat together, leave the bill for me like
2, 3, 6, Will.
I give it all I got. Walk the walk inside the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Hand on my heart, no, I give it all I got. Walk the walk, talk the talk. Take it higher, that's a God. Never stopping, that's a must. Always winning, never lost. GPS, I never lost. GPS, I never lost. Who do it better than me? Yeah. Vision on 2020, yeah. VVS, Liberty, yeah. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice, taking notice, taking notice. Determination, laser focus. Banging on they door, they taking notice.
Yeah. Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew. So I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes.
2, 3, 6.
Countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Hey. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull off. Hat on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby.
Entering franchise hub screen, my coach. Team, you have 6 schemes.
Just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess.
Offensive playbook, defensive playbook, coach. Adult equin, Ari cake, Fiamne, Sinzi Taylor, Left, Val Jager, Dengi, Dead M Patricia selected. Entering franchise hub screen, my coach. Team, you have 6 options. Entering my bring the pressure for sacks XP reward. Entering franchise hub screen, my coach.